Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and those of you who are having fun otherwise. I am Aaron Church Solomon here to bring you the round two of the Swiss stage of the Final Boss Draft League. I have with me, I want to call you Jules, but Julie,
Jules works too. Yeah.
Jules works fun? All right, good. I'm going to play polite but play fun with it. We got ourselves paired up for the night to bring you the next playoff round. We have Lashback Foundation versus Think Rev Think, and we will be streaming the lower point value game tonight, which might mean we have a whole bunch more buffoonery and with a less coordinated set of players and teams. What do you think about this so far?
I'm really excited. Just to note, there are a couple subs, so we do have. Oops, I lost the page. We do have Jaden subbing in for J-Web and Icebound for Shaden tonight.
Yeah, so your eyes do deceive you. J-Web is actually Jaden. They will not act like J-Web in the slightest. And what was the other one you said?
Um, for Orange, aka Shaden, that will actually be Icebound.
Icebound, alrighty.
Being
So,
Icebound.
yep, so we are going to start getting into this draft now. Looks like several power picks taken away. I feel like the Master Yi is for some reason a ban against either Majnu or Zimmy, even though Zimmy has not been a major carry for Think Rev Think this season. But the Smolder first pick lock-in does not surprise me in the least, if I'm being honest.
Yep, Smolder is very, very strong right now. One of the I was told personally by Lone Ray that Smolder or Senna are basically pick or ban.
Yeah.
Brand is good too. Brand Nami.
The brand is very surprising. I have not seen a brand at all this season. I haven't seen a brand since Dumbledore brought it to Worlds, actually. So this is actually this is far more exciting than the Baby Dragon. Yeah, the Baby Dragon has been pick or ban this whole season, basically. So the brand pick for, is brand jungle still a thing?
I don't really think so. I've seen Brand a few times as an APC recently, and paired with the Nami, that just does a ton of damage.
Right.
So I expect it to go bot.
Gotcha. So that's a double AP bot lane. Interesting. I'm curious how well that'll work out if they just go Merc Treads early. The rest of this looks playing out pretty well. The Thresh in, just to give a little bit of extra safety and runaway option for not Shaden, but let me go ahead and get my own sheet up so I'm actually keeping myself together. For Icebound. And yeah, and Rue will have her Thresh, and the Nocturne coming in here for Majnu. So keeping the farming jungler option in play. And frankly, with just two non-mobile champions so far, that does give them some targets to jump onto once he hits level 6.
Yep, Nocturne definitely can be a scary threat. Looks like Ornn is gonna get almost insta-locked by Lashback Foundation.
Stabilizing their top side here. Crab Warrior understanding what their job is this game. Be thick, be unmovable, and be ready for the team fights.
Yeah, we are seeing quite a bit of team fighting from Lashback. It looks like probably just some mid bans might come out.
That would be it, yeah. The Axon coming through.
Yeah, I haven't seen Tony play a lot of mid, so I don't really know what he plays.
He's usually been in the top lane, kind of being the slower, like the lower skill set, lower point value player. So being much more of a tank player and being stable. But now that we're dealing with a game where it's mostly tier 2 and tier 3 with like the one tier 1 for Conv, the expectation, I guess, is just Tony on... No, yeah, Tony's there. So I can't say that I've seen much out of his mid lane just yet. Anything that stands out at least.
What is that last ban? I can't really see it.
That's the new champion, the Xinjiao is dead champion.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It'll come to me. Zaheen. There we go. I got it. I'm a professional. I've got this together. So that'll get through all the final bans. Hecarim, Zaheen, Mordekaiser, Akshan being taken out, limiting mostly solo landers and a few junglers. The Kha'Zix will be picked up by Kaiser. I've seen this Kha'Zix played, I believe, by Kaiser earlier in the season. It did not play out very well. I like what a Kha'Zix can do in the early game for invading and having that isolated damage onto the enemy jungler, but as the game progresses, especially with how most of the comps of both these teams so far are heading in a team fight direction, I don't really trust that this Kha'Zix is going to be useful as the game progresses, unless they really are able to, facilitate and create a lot of, little skirmish fight situations that Kha'Zix thrives far more in than a straight up 5v5 team fight.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that they did pick Kha'Zix because we do see such great team fighting capability from Lashback. Ahri going to get picked up for Think Rev Think. Pretty standard, I think.
Yeah, stock standard safe pick has been pretty stable. Jeki, big talker, but pretty good player. I believe I saw him on Ahri a few weeks ago and played pretty solid, while Striker Jones ran an absolute madhouse on the Rift. And then the Scion for Zimmy. So both top laners being relegated to big, thick, tanky boys to provide space for their main carries, which might be the brand, but might be something else. The mid laner has not been locked in. It's going to be a Nefiri for Tony in the mid lane?
Nefiri.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I can already hear my former caster, Mr. Tivon. I hope you're doing well. But I can also hear your screams through the ether about this selection of champions. This is very non-standard. This is a very short-range comp on the side of Lashback Foundation.
Yeah, I don't feel like they have a lot of consistent damage.
Yeah. I think their only option is to blow up Smolder and then hope the rest of the fight works out. But I would... Go ahead.
Sorry. And I feel like Think Rev Think they have really good pick potential, so I don't know. I feel like it's just going to be really rough. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. I think Think Rev Think have the more stable option, and they do have a built-in win condition with the Smolder if the stacks can be built up by Icebound. We will get ourselves loaded in and get ourselves ready to get onto the Rift. We'll see you there. We are loaded in. We have not too much action on the Rift. Everyone has gone to their places, gotten some wards by the chicken coops, so everyone knows what's going on. And we've got ourselves a game. And a new HUD, actually. You'll be able to see the champions in the bottom of your screens, actually. So a nice good little bit of cooking on the side of production tonight. Ishan flexing.
Yeah, love the new HUD. And a hook right away.
Some aggression here. Yeah, Torta getting a little fried there. Plenty of anger in the bot lane.
You can already see, though, the brand, his W just does so much damage, so that's really annoying poke to deal with.
So what would be the actual expectation with this bot lane and how it would interact? Because I've done brand support because I'm, a toxic player. Oh, and the level 2 advantage here, they've actually cleaned over, and this might actually get some damage back here. Smolder's in trouble here. It's going to be forced to flash away. Torta stepping maybe a little bit too far is going to flash away as well, but well, we might actually step off. We might be done there. But that was scary. They had to get that minion kill to get themselves able to fight back. And Icebound is going to be in a bit of trouble here, and blood in the water. Tony has arrived. The bubble will not land. Knifehound's going to hit, but that's going to be a turret shot, and that is not what you want to have happen. That is a poor outcome for that dive.
Some fun action, level 2 action in the bot lane. I feel like Lashback got really lucky with that minion hitting level 2 just in time, and of course, Smolder was targeted. We got an invade here.
Yeah, that red buff's gonna get stolen.
Stolen way.
And he's going to jump over the wall and peace out. Ari's arriving, though. And this Kha'Zix has no help. Going to be forced to flash over the wall. I guess worth.
Yeah, that was pretty close. Of a steal, though. That red buff is very crucial in the early game.
Oh, yeah. Early levels, early gold. And not to mention the health regen that it provides for an easy clear. I feel like the loss of that flash is going to really limit what Kaiser can do here in the early game. It's going to be kind of forced to just stick around and farm, which is perfectly acceptable for Majnu, as that's what he's going to be doing on this Nocturne until he hits level 6, and then might look for a gank.
Just to answer your question about what to do in the bot lane.
Yes.
So on the side of Lashback, they will probably just want to farm, get poke damage. If you are Bran, you can just really, really easily clear the waves. And for Smolder, they have to look for those thresh hooks and potentially just call their jungler down, because Bran and Nami are more immobile. Getting some... They need help to be able to kill them, because they're just going to get poked out if not.
Yeah, I would kind of expect that. Having a little bit of a trouble here getting this CS. Yeah, it's not clear to me that there's an easy synchronicity with... Oh, there's going to be a dive here. Tony is going to use his W, gets a little bit of poke damage. Didn't find the lethal opportunity. Now Rue stepping forward. There's going to be a bubble on. Yeah, Chu's going to come across and pop twice. It's a very interesting exchange. Support's taking a lot of damage.
If they walk a little too far up and get hooked, that's when they are in danger. Because especially if Bran has already used his spell rotation, they're going to have some trouble walking out of that alive.
Yeah, my curiosity is would I expect this Bran Nami lane to be more of a kill lane, like an able to abuse with the double range options, or is it just easy wave clear? Oh, we might actually be able to skip that right now. Nami's in a lot of trouble here. First blood will be acquired by the Smolder, trying to get the kill back. Rue burning, auto tech's going to bring him down, but now we're out of spells. Your Convi is going to be in a lot of pain. He's going to use his barrier. He does have the flash ability. He's trying to milk this for all of its worth. He might actually have this. Auto tech's going to hit, and he will win the fight. Convi takes that Icebound, but now he's so low.
Jackie's coming back.
He's already used the Spirit Roach. He's going to miss the Q. Oh, and that's a lot of damage. A lot of turret shots taken up by Jackie. Benaz is going to eat for free here. And that will be a slain Jackie. Little too much ego on that roam. And he will pay the price.
They really wanted to get that Bran there. And that's the thing with Bran is, like, even though his autos don't do a lot of damage, as long as his spells come up, he just is insane. He can just walk in circles until he kills you.
Especially with just how that burn continues, and the passive pop when when 3 spells have been hit. What I also love to see that informs me that they actually have at least a pretty good understanding of League of Legends is if you are always weaving in auto attacks during exchanges, trades, or fights, because that extra little bit of damage is sometimes exactly what you need to finish a kill, and that's what we got to see there as Convi kept throwing the auto attacks in, kept riding that edge, and came out on top.
It actually also makes sense that Calm picks Bran because he is a support main, so I didn't think about that earlier.
No, we might have a double support top side here. Yeah, we have a double support bot side here, so that's connecting a lot of dots for me right now. So we have actually a double support bot lane. One of them is going to be the murderous type of support, and that's Convi. So, all right, that should inform a few things. And now these spells are going to hurt. Stun lands. Can't get a third spell. And now it's going to be where they kind of get to take over, especially with the kind of range Brand has. Oh, we're going everywhere right now. The lights have gone out. Flash away by Tony to save his life. Oh, and he's going to get tipped and knocked over Jackie with their first kill of the game. Not even really calling that a dive, just a jungle fight that did not go in Lashback's favor.
And Kaiser also caught out here. I think they're just both dead.
They just might. Depends on if Crab Warrior can
Wow.
actually clear enough of this wave. He's trying to...
Guys are also just able to get out of that.
Alrighty. Can't get the knock up. And that'll be another kill. Jackie just roaming. Jackie roaming all over and getting some action going. He doesn't really care about his lane right now. There are... Help me out here. Where's the CS score on this new HUD? Zimmy's dying. That's all you need to know.
Kind of what I was looking for.
There we go. The Ignite did its job.
You can see the gold difference, but...
Yeah, I am not seeing creep score on this HUD. Alrighty, that's it. It's broken.
Right now.
It's useless. Alrighty. Throw it away, Ishan. I know you worked on it all day, but throw it away. It's over. Oh, Tony's gonna be in a bit of trouble here. Majli picking up the Void Grubs. Tony trying to come over to mess with that idea, but that's gonna be just enough speed. Just gonna need one auto attack. Doesn't want to go underneath the turret. And it looks like that little bit of damage that Tony sent back dissuaded Majnu from completing that. And they feel like we were just here earlier, Jules. That red buff just got stolen again.
Red buff stolen again.
Kaiser being an absolute demon here, just no respect for private property.
Why is the HUD hard to read for scores? Yeah, I noticed that too. So the slash kind of looks like a 2 on the right side. Or, yeah,
yeah, it's like a
slash is
271
like
next to the
middle.
Neferi. Yeah, the Neferi looks like a 271 dash.
It's a little
0.
confusing.
It's a touch, but we'll let
Oh,
them...
CS and KDA are overlapped. That would make sense.
Well, that's unfortunate. You know, I can read. I just can't read two things at once, even if they're on top of each other. Fight at the Dragon Pit. It looks like Kha'Zix was trying to sneak it after stealing the red buff, getting a little too greedy. Down to 2,000 health. This is getting a little spicy. The flame has come out, bouncing, and this is exactly what Brand wants here. Just needs to hit enough spells to start really setting off the chain reaction. Oh, and the jump across. Tony has gone really deep. It's just you on this side here. I know you got a bunch of dogs to help you out with this. Lantern's going to go over to help Jackie escape the onslaught. Torta is going to be...
by herself.
This is not where you should be. That's going to be some fried fish picked up by Icebound. I don't know if that's the best sequence of plays there. That's going to be a kill given over to this Smolder. And the farm is probably doing alrighty for picking up stacks, but getting gold into this dragon's pocket early is kind of signing your own death warrant.
Yeah, they were building quite a good lead bot lane. Nami's still ahead in gold, but the difference between the Smolder and Brand have definitely gotten closer. It's gotten closer. Yeah, I don't know. That was a really weird fight. So it looked like Think they wanted to just kill the jungler, but they weren't really on the same page. So they weren't able to get any kills early, and then they did secure the dragon, but did lose a few members, and then after we saw the Nami just kind of suicide.
Yeah, trying to contribute over there on the bot side to see if they could actually get anything else going, and yeah, wrong place, wrong time. The play was already over about a half second earlier, and then they realized their mistake, and there we go. Oh, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry, Ryu, you missed that. And now we're about to have a trade of supports across the map. It's only been 2 minutes, but apparently you did not learn the lesson of your counterpart who got fried earlier. So Ryu going to be in the death realm here for a little bit, and that's going to give power and agency. They're going to be able to push in and start getting some damage onto this bottom tier turret, get some gold into this Brand's pocket. Some plates. And Ari's roaming so much right now. I'm really concerned about if they're actually able to... Oh, this could be a knockup. This is a 3-man dive here. Sorry, Bubbles. You're going to get popped. Deadly, very good rotation.
Nami almost died.
So close. But that was calculated. And Convi
might be
in a
in
little bit of
trouble.
trouble. He's standing his ground here. No ultimate avail. No, he does have his ultimate. He's actually just waiting for it. Throws it around here. It's going to be really good damage here. A couple of pops. But I don't think they'll be able to get another kill back. Kaiser and Torta is going to be escaping. as quickly as they can, while Majnu holds mid lane.
Like he has the Spirit Rush. Looks like
Oh,
either had to flash away.
He doesn't have the fear. Oh, and there's going to be enough damage brought back, and that's Ignite going to secure another one. Tony's kind of going off right now. He keeps almost falling into an absolutely embarrassing play, but then just pulls it out, and I'm really appreciating that right now.
And if you take a look at the HUD, it is fixed now. We can clearly see the CS and the KDA.
Yep, very good stuff. Thank you, production. Thank you, Ashan, for getting that one sorted for everyone involved. New toys sometimes need new batteries and a little bit of some tinkering to get them going, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, so I'm a little concerned. You know, Jackie's been making a lot of plays, but honestly, Tony has been answering them pretty well, and he's still pushing the lane, so I don't know. I think Tony's doing pretty well.
Yeah, now that we actually can see the CS and the kill differential, not to mention just that 4 gold difference, oh my. It feels like they've just been matching each other. Oh, that's going to be another catch out. Oh, Rue is lasting a lot longer than I would expect here. I feel like there's some magic resist in their pocket, but that's going to be secured. Icebound still holding. Khan stepping forward, but now that the Nocturne is here, there's going to be a slice, dice, and destroy. Convi going down. Majnu looking for more. Almost kills Torta with that Q.
Did Majnu use... Oh, it just came
There we go. I think Torta thought he already did and was ill-prepared. Ill-prepared. It's usually on a very long cooldown in the early levels. Ooh,
yeah, but Kozik's answering.
Appreciate that one. Picking up on the opportunity. Tony's going in for it. He still has his Frenzy available. Turns into a little hot dog and escapes certain death there with that tower dive. Well played. Well played indeed. Where are you?
It is actually going pretty well for the 2 assassins on Lashback Foundation.
It is. It is.
It definitely, if they are ahead, it's definitely going to make it a lot easier for them, despite not having that full team fighting comp.
Yeah, and that's kind of what needs to be done if you have a not entirely standard team fighting comp. You have to win in non-standard ways with early fighting, getting a significant gold advantage, which they have secured. 2.6k is a pretty good start. They just can't allow this game to go for too long, and they have to press their advantage as hard as they can.
This top lane is so boring. There's been nothing that's happened.
See, what I think would actually determine, outside of turret plates count, is who has the higher number of stacks on their grasp. That would be the one marker I would pick as someone who loves to abuse Heartsteel and ARAM. I'd love to be able to know what their Heartsteel stacks are. Okay, if you want to do that, Zimmy. Oh, that's because Jackie's arriving here. Charm's going to land Crab Warrior in a lot of trouble, but the pop from Zimmy's bubble will secure the kill, and the Thick Man's about to get a lot thicker here. Good little roaming play by
Jackie, just non-stop with this pressure.
They've got their timings down. They've really got their timings down. That was really coordinated. It's going to force Kaiser to show on the map. I don't feel like this is a very good decision. Zimmy's... I know Ben-Ass is here. Tony? Flash available. Ignite's put down, but that's going to be a wasted spell. Zimmy's going to be able to get out scot-free. They wanted to get the counter kill. Doesn't play out.
I mean, is that one turret plate left? It's possible they get the second turret. They already got the mid lane turret, so yeah, it's second turret down already.
Gold advantage still held by Lashback.
And this bot lane turret is also really low. Think have not been able to pretty much touch the enemy turret at all in the bot lane, because it's just been fighting or they get pushed in by Brand.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm seeing pings. They might know that Kaiser's here in the bot lane. Jackie looking to at least cause a little bit of pain. Torta in trouble, but will walk away. Oh, and it's going to be another breakout here. Jackie's in a lot of trouble, but Majin's going to run in. He's about to go off. The wave's going to push him back just a bit farther. Mom puts them
Oh my
on
gosh,
fire.
third.
Torta is on the edge. He is. They have a sliver of health, and now the hunt has arrived. Tony's going to be able to pick up a second. That my mistake. That will be picked up by Kaiser, and now Call of the Forge God's going to put Rebecca in the bush, in the ground. Double kill collected by Tony. And that was a fantastic fight there for Lashback Foundation.
Yeah, 3 for 1. Jaden, the Nami, just barely surviving for so long and does so much.
Yeah, Jackie might have
Honestly,
gone
it
fishing,
kind of
but
looked
got way more than they wanted in that situation.
It was like he was taunting them the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotta love a support that understands how to position themselves into very dangerous positions, and then also be like, "You can't get me, na boo boo." It's like, are you mocking me? Every time.
We're seeing huge gold diffs in every single lane except for top. Top's kind of
Who cares?
whatever.
It's too tanky, guys, and we've seen both types of tanks here with Sion or Ornn be very useful. Ooh, Kai's gonna be able to get out. Majnu has some support, gonna try to clear this wave. Now we're about to get into a whole bunch more. Tony has arrived, uses the pack to get himself through. They're still trying to kill this Ornn. This is the tankiest person, but there's no damage coming from Lashback. TRT just gets to stack on top of Crabor, and there's nothing that the rest of Lashback can do. They just eat him for breakfast for free, and now the gold might be in the advantage of Lashback Foundation, but the map control is gone over to Think Rev Think. Oh, Rue is going to get themselves caught out. Yeah, this is not good. Conv about to collect one more time. That'll be the 5th kill picked up by this brand, and now there's going to be even more trouble. Torta is going to be able to use the bubble, trying to get themselves some space away from Zimmy. Zimmy's going to be able to collect at least 1 kill. Jackie has arrived. He's going to try to back up his top laner. It's going to allow him to walk away, so only 1 dead in that little exchange here. Rebecca, unfortunately, not pathing very well back home.
Yeah, both supports will fall. But earlier we did see it took 5 people just to kill Crab Warrior. I think it's gonna be really difficult for them to kill the Scion as well. Especially if Scion is just gonna split push. At least I feel like that's what they should do, is just send Scion to the side lane and just kind of wear down the turrets.
Yeah, he even has the items to help clear the wave even faster once he actually is knocking out minions and everything like that. So Sion's ability, Zimmy's ability to actually be a major side lane pressure point, with just clearing the wave super fast and crashing it to slowly chip that. Is Tony in trouble here? Majnu is actually did not expect that turnaround here. Tony says, "You're gonna chase me down. I'm gonna eat you." And boy, howdy does he. Jackie trying to back up his jungler on that.
The Neferi is so hard.
I think the reason it's so hard is because I don't know what that dog does. I actually don't know what that dog does.
Yeah, she's really fast and can go invincible, basically, like Fizz. And
yeah, the call of the call of the pack, I believe it's called. Yeah, the call of the pack. That little like I'm gonna turn into like a spongy thing, and you can't do anything about it.
Looks like the next dragon is not up for a while, but Baron is, so may see some more attention in the top lane.
Yes. The dragon split has been minor in the favor of Lashback, but if the problem I have is that they did not get the first 3 Drakes off the rip to have an earlier finish to this game. We're 22 minutes in, and this game is not going to get to some sort of win condition for quite a while because of just 1 Drake being taken on the side of TRT. And that's kind of all they need to just buy themselves time. Lashback need to really prioritize around this next Drake in 3 minutes to at least further secure their advantage. and be able to press forward and win this game. Because I don't
Yeah,
believe
because
we have
they are
stacks
short
up yet.
range.
Yeah, they are very short range, and once Smolder hits that 225 stack point, it's going to be pain. It's going to be nothing but pain.
He's at
Can we get
186.
a stack check? It's what?
186.
186. So a little bit behind, almost Julineum level, but not quite as bad.
Doing the best he can. He has died 4 times so far.
Yeah, it is really a struggle when you are against poke characters like Brand. You just kind of have to sit there and hope that a minion comes by that you can get a stack on.
Yeah, like has Brand put out there? Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. He is a stacking champ, so you will always win the late game eventually, at some point.
Eventually, the late game will arrive, and it's all yours. It just needs to arrive. And oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
That isolated damage on Kha'Zix is no joke, especially a 3-item Kha'Zix, and that's all they need to take the Baron. So Lashback Foundation going to sit themselves on the Purple Worm, and it's going to go a little bit faster than you might think on account of what Kha'Zix can do, what Neferi can do, and this Brand. So that Baron's gone in no time. There's no counterplay. The Dragon's going to be up in a minute and 20. That's more than enough time for Lashback to back by and then get back out on the map to contest this Drake and start moving themselves closer and closer to Soul Point.
Yeah, Crab Warrior having to TP out, sensing that the rest of the team was going to collapse on him because they were not contesting Baron at all. So Lashback is just going to get that Baron for free.
Yeah.
Right in time for this dragon.
And now what we need to see out of them is a coordinated effort to utilize what the Baron provides, and that's pressure with the waves to take map control and deny resources from TRT, and really be able to pick their own fights and really index further into getting more gold. There's still 3 tier 2 turrets on the map. So can they do that and not get themselves into a fight that loses their buff? Because we have seen that in recent matches. Tony currently warming up to that ward right now. Jackie and Majnu looking to punish him for poor positioning, and looks like nothing's going to happen. Okay. Imperial
Dragon
Mandate.
spawning shortly.
Oh, and looking for another death brush here. Lashback waiting for TRT to walk in.
Looks like they're just more interested in pushing in that wave. They know it's really hard to get in when they have 0 vision, so they give up the next dragon.
Yeah, and that puts Lashback Foundation on Soul Point. So the game-winning opportunity is incoming. Can they secure? And Neferi's found the dragon, and he's going to get in there. Another knife hit has run through. Mom comes in. The stacks are hit. They are burning. Execution is threatened. But that is all summoner spells burned by this Smolder. Icebound will make it out by the skin of his teeth. But that puts TRT entirely on the back foot. And now this mid-wave gets to get pushed in. I'm not sure if they are going to have enough to clear this wave before they take it out.
I was just taking a look at their items, and I feel like the Hex Drinker is really questionable from Icebound, because it doesn't do anything against the Kha'Zix or the Neferi, which is really what he needs to be afraid of.
That might be enough here. Flash away is going to get caught out here, and this is the engage the TRT need to actually get the win here. Brand and Nami go down, and now the rest of the fight, I don't think they're going to have any damage to do with this.
Smolder!
Tony is running away. Smolder is holding and holds the line. Bot lane, if the bot lane dies, you lose the fight in that situation. Icebound and Rube being the MVPs of that fight, holding the line, keeping TRT alive in this game. And I'm going to call it now. That might be the fight that actually entirely that splits the entire game and gives TRT a chance back in, and might ruin Lashback's plans.
Yeah. That Thresh hook, as soon as Thresh lands a hook onto Oh,
There's gonna be another go in there. There's
my
gonna be shut
words.
down gold. Oh no. Oh no. Well,
Icebound standing his ground this time. Says that I'm not afraid of dogs anymore, and we'll get the kill.
has done their Icebound has done their exposure therapy and is not as scared of the dog. Oh my goodness, the dragon is online, and the hopes of getting this first game win are gonna start going down the drain for Lashback Foundation.
I didn't see who
Yeah,
the
bring that
Thresh
back up.
hooked, but
Oh, okay.
we get a replay? Or is it too late?
No. I thought you were gonna ask about the gold graph there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that bug splat.
No.
That is a bug splat, and now Nami Wave's gonna come out here, but it's gonna have to run away. Flashes away from the charm. Lights out. Brand. Flash is not available. He has nothing available. He needs to try to get some sort of counter damage. Doesn't even get, I believe. I don't even think he got his ult off. And this is it. It doesn't even need to go much further here. We don't need another dragon here. We have a baby dragon that's grown all the way up here. Mom's going to come through to help light him up. The Nami is down. TRT presses forward. Quadra kill for Icebound. He is not cold. He is not choking on the stage right now. They have taken out Lashback Foundation. They have flipped the gold lead. They are going to take out this inhib. I think they can end the game right now.
I think so for sure.
They're pressing in. They've got the minion wave here. The Nexus towers are exposed here. Number 1 goes down. Number 2 goes down. The game was in Lashback Foundation's hands the whole time. And the one fight trying to siege with the Baron buff, they end up tossing it. And game 1 of the series will go to Think Ref Think.
They tried to team fight with a comp that has 2 assassins that do not team fight, one of them especially.
Nope. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made.
I think that Nefiri might have been okay. Nefiri played really well answering the Ahri all game, but I did not like that Kha'Zix pick.
No,
Especially if they're there was only like one instance we saw Kha'Zix get a solo kill on the Ahri.
We got to see that classic moment. Oh, this is what Kha'Zix looks like in a vacuum. That's great. Unfortunately, we live in a storm, and I said it at the draft. I don't need to reiterate why I didn't like the Kha'Zix pick for Kaiser. You can pick your favorite champion, but in this league, as the teams develop and they spend their time, we're not in playoffs. There is some chemistry. There is some coordination. We got to see that from the jungle mid lane combos as they were going up to top lane and bot lane and roaming around with Jackie and Tony kind of playing reaction to Jackie's proactive moves. What I really find concerning was that Lashback Foundation had this comp, the 2 assassins, as you point out, and they think they're actually going to like do a siege with like a 5v5 siege in the mid lane. No, you're better. In my opinion, they should have had Kha'Zix in one corner and Nefir in the other lane, with the Ornn, Brand, Nami kind of doing a soft siege in the mid lane. Because if you're going to overcommit onto the 3-man, you're going to end up losing 1 or 2 turrets. If you try to answer to one of the side lanes, you're going to lose elsewhere. But that level of macro coordination from Lashback Foundation just didn't show up. They thought they had in the bad. They had the gold lead. They had 3 dragons. They had the Baron. But they just weren't ready for that fight. And Icebound went off and took over.
Yeah, a little overconfidence there. Especially against, they have no pick potential, whereas Think as soon as they land a Thresh hook, everybody can just all in, and after that, chain effect, they all die.
Yeah, exactly. There's both teams really truly lack for good consistent engage. Cyan either has to run in and die, same for the Nocturne. Maybe a Spirit Rush Charm out of Ahri because it's on a pretty low cooldown. Go fishing with the hook. But for Lashback, their engage options are Ornhorn. Like, that's it. That's like the only real CC outside of the Nami peel with the bubble and with the tidal wave. The other 3 champions are pure damage. There's no real CC from the Kha'Zix and the Nefiri or from the Brand. Brand's a single target stun if he's got the champion already on fire. So really good early game play out. The first 28 minutes, Lashback Foundation had this game in their hands, I would say. But in the last minute and a half, it's gone. It's tossed. And Think Ref Think will take game one and start out very well. I actually am going to check, see here real quick, if we have answers on how the other game went. This is a reminder of how the format rolls here now that we're in the playoffs. We have a quote-unquote best of 7. And what that means is that games 1 and 2 will be played simultaneously. We are here only streaming game 1. Game 2 at this time does not look like it is actually concluded, or at least been marked for who has won. So we are going to take ourselves a little bit of a break. We will get game 3 on the screen for you as soon as we get our rosters and draft ready. We'll see you then. This is game 3, actually, ladies and gentlemen. Best of 7 dictates that we not stream every single game because we'd be here till 3 a.m. and I need my sleepy time. Game 1 and 2 were taken care of at the same time. Let me actually give a little quick look here. So we actually had a split where game 1, technically, was taken by Think Ref. I think we all saw that with the great counter engage. The counter fight after that mid lane push did not go in Lashback Foundation's advantage. And Think Ref Think took that game 1. But game 2, with lesser points, Lashback Foundation, with Frishi, Jagan, Zhao, the Great One, and Alune and Griffin, actually took the win over Mark, Boots, and crew. So we're going to be entering into game 3 and 4 now. We're going to be doing game 3 here with Zimmy, Riddy, Mark, Boots, Bubster, and Lumera for Think Ref Think, while Tony has gone to... Bubster is... I'll check the check on that. Tony in the top lane with Kaiser still in the jungle. Data in the mid lane with Convi, and I believe J Webb is substituted for... Jaden, thank you. How do we think about these rosters so far, Jules?
Riddy, he's a troll, so, I mean, it can really go either way. Even though Think Ref Think are up points, I have seen Riddy throw some incredible games, and that might be why they lost game 2, even though they were up a significant amount of points.
If we could rewatch that game, I'd like to think we'd be able to find out how much of it is Riddy's fault that they lost that game, but that'll be... We'll have to get some accounting from the players about that game later. The Orianna first pick in. And it looks like it's going to go over to Mark Boots. The bans don't look too much. The Belveth being banned on the side of Lashback Foundation feel like it's actually helping Think Rev Think more than denying Riddy if he's a troll boy that goes a little bit too far sometimes.
I'm actually kind of surprised. No ADC pickups right away. We have seen Smolder get picked so early, almost every single game. But maybe they're just gonna pick it round 3.
We'll see. And that was the note that I missed. Bubster is Shizen. Former Astro Meet captain is in helping us out get through these games. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Family barbecue and some League of Legends here with the Final Boss Drafts League to give you a great Saturday night. The Scion being taken again for Zemi, so know your place, know your role, stay consistent, and you'll get a free win like how the last game went.
Yeah, Zemi played pretty well last game. Just kind of held his ground, pushed for turrets, and did have a lead over Crab Warrior.
Yeah, and with... I actually got that item name knocked down. Don't fail me now. There it is. That's not it. Alrighty. But yeah, able to actually hold very good pressure and keep it going with the Hollow Radiance, allowing them just to chain off and blow up minion waves pretty consistently. Tony picking up the Darius. I don't know if you know Tony very well or their champion pool very well, but I debate if this is actually a very good little pocket pick for him to bully Zimmy in the top lane.
I think I have seen Tony play Darius a few times because he was my captain one season in SCC, but he mostly plays jungle, so really rarely see the Darius. I think he can probably bully Zimmy with it. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, and that execution, that this is this comp on the left side of Lashback is feeling a little inconsistent to me in terms of how I think about Darius particularly. Because when Darius is at his best, it's when the enemy team is trying to come into his team, and then you have to deal with how much damage Darius can put out, how much sustain he has, the reset on the ultimate. Because Darius isn't that great at sort of closing the distance to engage a fight, but if you want to come to him, he'll be happy to put your neck on the line.
Mm-hmm. And we are going to see that brand banned away.
Respect.
We do not want to deal with that again.
Convy did well with it. Convy did well with it. It was just unfortunate that Convy and their their support, I believe that was game.
Jaden.
Yeah, with Jaden.
The Nami?
Yeah, with the Navi. Yeah, they just died super early in that mid lane team fight where everything got flipped around and where they lost the game. So respect to that brand. It was an absolute bully against Thinker of Things bot lane. So I appreciate that.
A Swain picked up.
We're still seeing the same short range issue from Lashback Foundation. This is more or less melee range champions on the side of Lashback. The LeBlanc kind of feels like a ringer, and I'm not sure if LeBlanc would want more magic damage in the team's comp. It kind of, if any magic resist is sort of built up on the side of Thinker of Think, and the Orianna or the AD carry and support have incentives to get Merc Treads, it's gonna ruin LeBlanc's ability to really just one shot them. So not 100% about that.
Yunara and Lulu. I feel like the Lulu is a really good pick because there's so much short range. She can just polymorph someone on Lashback, and it may struggle in team fights because of that.
Yeah, but kind
of like you said earlier, Lashback Foundation, it looks like they have a comp where they really want Thinker of Think to jump into them. I mean, the Rel gives them a little bit of engage.
Yeah, that does give them an option.
As well as the Zen.
But we asked this question last time, and the brand was actually a great, almost great answer for it. It's going to take like 3 spell rotations to clear a team fight, but still, there's no consistent damage on the side of Lashback. This double support bot lane sort of situation with Conv and Jaden is not building a lot of confidence for me right now. Conv is their primary role is top lane, but their secondary role is bot lane. I'm seeing, at least for what they signed up for this season and Final Boss Draft League. And we've seen a Swain take over a game in this league as a mid lane Swain. I'm trying to remember the mid laner that piloted it, but I'm not 100% sure about how Lashback Foundation are, one, going to get ahead, to 2, be in a situation where Thinker of Thinker be forced to engage on them. And so, I don't know, it's kind of another toss-up where I'm looking at Thinker of Think's comp and going way more consistent, way more reliable. The Swain or the Darius is going to get melted so fast if the subjugation is put on them. Zimmy is a full-on tank with the Scion, and no one's going to kill the Scion.
I mean, maybe Kaiser can do enough damage, but because Xin Zhao's just broken.
I actually wish there was an enchanter on the side of Lashback Foundation to enable Kaiser on this Xin Zhao. I feel like that would even be better.
I agree.
But Jaden and Kaiser are going to need to really partner up to get some fights around the map, have Data come in and assist and get some kills cleaned up. If this LeBlanc gets mad ahead, that might be a great win condition. But we're going to find that all out as we get ourselves loaded up. We're going to see you on the Rift for what is Game 3. Stick with me, everyone. Game 3 of the night here in the Final Boss Draft League Swiss Playoffs Round 2. We'll see you in a bit. We're live. Game 3 is on. And Lashback Foundation have a very interesting setup here. Not the top lane stuff. We know what's going to happen there. But Kaiser is starting on... They're both starting on an invade, actually. Yeah, Riddy's up with the
Yeah, it
red
looks
buff.
like they might want to split the map here.
Are we going to have... Are we going to have vertical jungling?
It does look like it.
I don't know.
There's no ward that's seeing, like, catching them out. But I think they just both know. Maybe they destroyed the ward. I don't know.
Yeah, they're both kind of realizing, or maybe they both have realized at this point. It's like, hey, I am invading. No one knows. Oh, they're now gonna know. So they have pinged out. They're aware that Riddy has been stealing Kaiser's chickens. But this means Kaiser has full knowledge to just clear the entire bot side of Riddy's jungle. And Flash used here. Torta, a little overstepped there, but will survive.
The Xin Zhao is right behind them, though.
I don't know if they communicated well enough. Good little 180. Lumera is forced to flash. The pool's going to come in here. They kind of want to get this. All going in here. This is a lot of damage, and the turret shots are going through, but that's going to be first blood taken by Shizen. It's going to get knocked down here. Trying to keep Conville alive. The barrier's going to come through. Stun. Tetra is going to protect their ADC, but will die to Lumera. Is that Torta Enjoyer? Is that what that name is? Okay.
Yes, that's Jaden.
That's Jaden? Okay. Yes. Okay. That's why I keep messing it up. I'm trying to remember 3 different things right now, and my brain's not prepared for that. So, Jaden?
A bit of a failed dive
Failed
from the side of...
Yep, and now the invade from Riddy is going to be able to get the counter punch. Going to be able to ruin Kaiser's day. Does not actually time the flash very well. Still gets the knock up from Jaden's entrance, and now going to get eaten, bitten to death, and now one after the other. I don't know if anyone's going to take the hint to stop going into their jungle, but that's going to finally subside, and this blue buff's going to be able to be taken by Riddy, getting the... Should be able to actually get the equalizing CS differential, but 2 kills in this Trundle's pocket is kind of a scary deal, because there's not a lot to stop him from just kind of running at anyone on Lashback's team and beating them to death with his club.
Yeah, this is a rough start for Lashback. 4 kills already. Not even 4 minutes in the game.
We're on a hefty pace right now. We're on a hefty pace.
That Lulu, early game Lulu just had so much value with that polymorph and the shield at the last second.
That's a good support. Pay attention and keep your ADC alive. That's all you got to do. They're still going to get the push. It's going to catch, pull back. Data in a little bit of trouble here. Flashes are available because he'll get that last bit of CS, but needs to back. Doesn't have teleport, so we'll probably lose this wave if Mark Boots can crash it in fast enough.
Let's take a look. Yeah, Shizen is very, very far ahead right now.
Yeah, she isn't a good CS up, good 10 CS over Conv, as well as the kill. Tony trying to get some heal back up. The damage brought in from Zimmy doing very well, and it looks like Kaiser has arrived. Slow's going to come in. It's going to allow for the wind becomes lightning, and now just waiting for the final blow here. Kill will be secured by Kaiser. Good first gank. Riddy trying to get a return kill, but will be denied by the pillar.
Let's get the flash as well.
And we have a pause.
And game is in pause.
I don't know what to tell you, administrator, but the ground just kind of stopped me. It just pushed me out in a way. That's called a pillar. That's the Trundle pillar, buddy. That's what that was? Yeah, that's what that was. Okay. All right, I guess we can unpause. So, we have no news just yet, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, what the pause is for, but we will get ourselves going as soon as we can. The current layout, gold differentials on the side of TRT, still early days, and I'm waiting to see if Flashback Foundation's bot lane with if Conva and Jaden can actually kind of get on top of this Lunara or this Lulu and really start accelerating, particularly the Swain. Because if Swain can get himself ahead, that would actually mean that the team fight option for TRT is very much neutralized, because big evil Birdman that can't be killed is very, very serious threat.
And we are back from the pause. Looks like they're a little bit scared to walk up. Maybe they think that Zen is around, but Zen was just top, so...
I think it's scared to get CC locked in. If you think about how this bot lane plays out, if the engage comes from Jaden, then that prompts the root and pull in, and now you're
that's true.
You're in lightning range, you're in counterstun range. A lot of pain can be brought in. And we're going to be getting closer and closer to level 5. Kaiser is floating around looking for an opportunity, but the wave will get pushed in, and he's just going to go back to farming his Gromp.
Yep. They might look for an early dragon here soon. Trundle having bot as well.
And Trundle's actually arriving. This could be a lane gank opportunity. Data in a lot of trouble. He's going to get auto attack down here. Flash is not available. Ball will secure the kill. Posture from Riddy.
No,
They've stepped forward.
here.
That's going to be all that they need here, Conv. Not level 6. The counter engage is going to be there. Riddy's going to eat some turret shots. Jaden might have done enough. Saves the situation. No one dies in the bot lane. And that'll subside.
Good knock up by the Rel to disengage.
And really kind of put Riddy in a dangerous situation. If you get knocked up inside of that turret, inside of that turret's grass, you will find yourself with half your health gone very quickly.
Rain is still a little bit away from level 6, but
That is not good. Here is going to miss the charge. Jada going to be able to use the trying to sit on the edge of this, but that's just not working out here. Trying to set up an opportunity for Calm to do anything, but he has no mana. So, bit of a set of embarrassing plays across the map. Ultimate used by Zimmy for no effect. And then Jada trying to set up an opportunity for maybe a counter kill as you know, Shizen was able to, you know, kind of whittle him down. And this is not really much available to be done for Convi. No mana. And not much. There's not really, like, I would say, a lot of damage on the Swain until he gets his level 6. Flash away from Mark Boots so that root does not land. Keeping himself safe.
This mid diff is a little concerning. I don't know when's the last time Data is backed, because he still has quite a bit of health. But there's quite a bit of a differential in both CS and gold overall.
Yeah, there's a lot of work here being done by Mark Boots. We're having a fight in the grub pit right now. Kaiser's going to be in a bit of trouble here. Doesn't even get secures the grub. 2 will be actually taken by TRT. Xin Zhao is down. And Tony is going to be beat to death. Darius down for the count. 3rd grub will be acquired by Riddy. Here now, that's a bad fight. It's a bad situation. I don't know how Kaiser ended up where he did, but it cost him his life.
That was so brutal. He got the first grub stolen from Oriana. Next grub was 1 HP. So unlucky.
That's what I saw. When I saw that 1 HP one, I was like, ooh, that feels bad, bud. That feels real bad.
That's always the worst feeling.
And then you panic so long you can't actually even get an auto attack out.
Well, he wasn't in range.
Right, yeah.
And I don't think he had smite up either.
Oh, flash in. Markbit's going to try to get what he can. Gets the clone out from Data, but because Riddy is there to shadow that lane, Guy's not going to step forward to try to get anything else done. Mid laner super low. Ignite and flash used for that gank, and not for any gain. That's not good at all.
Yeah, good for Riddy being there while his mid laner's flash is down, knowing that yes, Kaiser will probably be back. That's a lot going on in the bot lane. Just a little bit of a scuffle.
They're always looking for a lot of fun. I'm really waiting for Tony to really turn on with this Darius. He's about to get turned off, actually. Riddy has arrived. Going to get knocked up with the Axe Smash. And good double heal there. Actually gets to the execution. He turns it around entirely. That was a fantastic sequence of events. If he gets another one onto Zimmy here...
Oh, he didn't get that last heal.
No, but the charge returns, and Zimmy will secure the kill with that. I gotta hand it to Zimmy. Every time the camera has panned up to the top lane, Zimmy has been able to dodge those Q axe swings so consistently, and that denies so much of the sustain and so much of what makes Darius such a dominant laner. Because if he's allowed to do, and you saw it with both those the axe swing hitting both Zimmy and Riddy, it just healed them up so much. So yeah, I love how Zimmy has actually played out this so far, and just not allowing for Tony to have as much agency and as much control in the lane as you would normally expect. And we're going all in here. Shizen ulting through, and bird mode brought out by Convy to keep himself alive. It will work, but that's going to be dominance acquired by Shizen and Lunaire in the bot lane.
Now they need the Zen to actually jump on the Yunara. They don't have any other way to kill her.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
fly away.
Yeah, and the Trundle just jumped on to the Zen and ruined his day. So that's, your jungle is not yours anymore. It is mine, says Riddy. So being a troll through and through, actually. I thought you were talking about he was a troll by personality, not by champion selection. But he is.
I did not realize that he actually picked the troll.
Yeah, that's actually a fantastic little coincidence right there.
Or was it a coincidence? Or am I just a psychic?
Honestly, if you have winning lotto numbers or the correct answer for how I should, sign up my children for...
No, I'm really unlucky.
Okay.
That was just skill. This was skill.
Pure skill? Pure skill? You promise? Yes. Okay.
Also, Riddy, never use the wheel again. He's completely trolled a season playing with the wheel.
Is he playing with the wheel? Like the wheel type of mouse?
Like he would just... No, he would just like choose random characters.
Oh, okay. I got you.
You'd spin a wheel, yeah. Riddy, going to be just kind of bullying Kaiser.
Yeah, Kaiser not getting what he wanted. When becomes lightning, we'll connect. We'll be able to jump on top. But this is kind of what Riddy wants. Or at least I thought he did. Tony's going to be able to execute him. Shizen, you're going to be caught out here. Goes ultimate mode, but is able to get out some good damage. Gets a good heal. The wild growth giving him just enough time to get the kill on to Conv. And that collapse, well intended, but does not actually get them much for it. And this mid turret's about to go down.
But there we do see the power of the Rel with the Swain. Just so much CC onto Shizen. I'm actually kind of surprised they even did manage to kill him there.
Yeah, there was a lot of damage coming out there. And if there had been... I'm trying to see, actually, that's a heal. I debate if that heal was instead an exhaust, if that might have meant something else. Tony, you're dead. Mark Booth says roamed himself off after pretty much acquiring a 3k gold lead, and is that a 50 CS lead over Data? There's a big difference in skill in this mid lane right now.
Kaiser just... they're both like damaging each other but healing at the same time. Riddy cheating there, getting some help from his support when it was supposed to be a 1v1. No Scout's code.
No honor in the jungle. You invaded. Kaiser trying to get himself a good rotation. Root's gonna hit. It's gonna be able to heal up Convy a bit. He's gonna be able to go bird mode. But that's just to survive the situation. He's stepped back just too long. You're trying to peek in, weave in some extra damage, but it will cost him his life. And now Jaden's gonna need to exit. He's got only maybe 300 health right now.
Yeah. Looking a little bit rough. The bot lane. I mean, they had a rough early game due to some unfortunate fighting.
Yeah, some poorly
But,
timed scuffles. Tony just giving up so much of his health. I'm so surprised to see how much damage a Scion can just do with just the axe swing and just end up having the better axe. And now we've signed up for an all-in here. Marcus is going to come up and collect the kill. Just gets tenderized by turret shots and axe smashes. Now Mark Boots finding a fight, going to have the ultimate go off. That's going to put Kaiser into a bit of pain.
Big shutdown.
And now Data is cloned, just hanging out. Oh, wait, that is Data. Oh my gosh, I have been fooled here. Riddy brought low, but I feel like he's a little bit too far ahead. The kill will be secured. Now Zimmy, caught in the river.
They just don't do any damage.
Not enough. They can't take down the Scion, and Zimmy knows it. The AD carry has arrived. Jaden is going to get a good double stun here, but you've got to be able to... He's on his horse already. You need to get out of here, my friend. You're going to crash down over the wall, but tries it once. It's going to be able to get the slow. And cannot finish his meal, but will reset. First and second brick acquired by TRT. First Dragon, missed this earlier, acquired by Lashback Foundation. Kaiser trying to get something. But this right now feels like Lashback are never going to have an opportunity to play this game.
Yeah. Tony trying to do his best, constantly pushing top, but when you are constantly pushed in, of course, it makes you more prone to ganks, so we've seen him get ganked on repeat. And all of the answers are just too late from his team.
Yeah, and now Dragon's going to be taken. This is an easy 4-man Drake take by TRT. They're not really worried about anything. The waves have been pushed. The turrets have been taken down. Tony is not a threat up here. Zimmy is handling himself very well in this matchup. And I just feel like at some point Zimmy's going to end up outscaling what Tony can do. Triforce acquired.
The better team fight as well goes to Think Rough Think, so...
Yep, just going back to what we learned.
It's going to be really hard.
Yeah, it's going to be super hard for him right now. Trying to think about how they can get themselves back into this. Oh, fight in the jungle here. Kaiser going to be taken out once again. Riddy walking him down. Will flash forward to actually get the final bonk. Now, Jaden, I know you want to be there. I know you want to be with your team and help them out, but it's not meant to be here. And now they're going to rotate up. Tony just flashed, but sorry, no.
He's dead.
Triple kill collected. The Troll Man has taken everyone to Troll Town, and it's full of pain. It is full of nothing but pain. Mark Boots pushing the bot lane. The Swain can't even meter. Can't even match. Look at the item differential here. 2 full items on to Shizen now. One item and a blasting wand for Conva right now. Everyone has an advantage by over, except for like Zimmy. Everyone's advantage on the side of TRT.
I feel like it just feels like Kaiser is tilted. He's just kind of going in, zero vision, on repeat, just dying. At this point of the game, Lashback Foundation just needs Think Rough Think to make a mistake. They need to get caught out.
Yeah, and
maybe they pick up this kill on Zimmy.
Maybe. He's going to flash the wall. Wind Becomes Lightning will be used to try to get in on them, but Lulu's going to support it. Wild Growth used. We're using everything to keep this Scion alive. There's going to be a lot of invested to try to kill the Scion, but it's not working. His shield comes back up. He gets pulled back in, and he's actually been primed
the rest
for...
of the team's here.
Yeah, Zimmy will survive, and now Kaiser and Tony, they have to try to make it out. They can't do anything. They both die trying to kill the Scion. Oh my gosh. I have never... Oh, I feel so bad for them. They have got to be tilted beyond all reason right now. Oh my gosh. That's insane.
That is really... That's not what you want to see. I feel like Lashback, they just need to take a deep breath and maybe just go next.
Go next if something gets more. Oh my gosh, this is so abusive right now. I'm used to bug splat memes and metaphors
when there's a Kha'Zix on the field for how to tell you what just happened. But that bird, man, just got put into the grill of the Herald. Riddy is absolutely embarrassing everyone right now with this Trundle pick of all things. See, this is where the tenderization occurs. Here's where you put the bird in the bag with some seasoning, and even does a little bit dash forward with the belt, and this just leaves Convict at 200 health. Bonk, taken out, speared on the front end, and once again they try to go for Zibby, but they can't kill him.
Zion rushes out and survives again. That is not the Xin Zhao build. Huh.
Wait.
Why does he have a blasting wand?
It increases. I think it actually directly increases. Is this a non-hit build? Is he like it's Kaiser? Are you okay?
I'm just confused because you already have a LeBlanc and Swain.
Well, I am confused. I'm trying to think about like which
Dusk
part.
and Dawn?
I guess that's what he wants to do. It's a super busted item. I get that, but an on-hit build is usually going to be a magic damage build, and oh geez, this is there's Dusk and Dawn. So he's bought the propaganda, and it's not doing anything. It's really not doing anything right now. And Jaden, oh man, gets reeled back in, gets blown up by the Orianna. Mark Boots just is doing great work, but Riddy is absolutely gapping the situation. Shout out to him.
Yeah, I mean, yes, the build is a little weird, but I don't think that's the problem. We've just seen, I don't know if it's like miscommunication. Kaiser is just kind of was constantly getting caught out, or he would go try to save a play and his team's already dead.
Yeah.
So it's kind of become extra money, extra gold.
Yeah, and at this point, Zibby's just toying with them. Kaiser's come up here top lane to try to make something happen, but Tony's lost all of his health trying to hurt this Scion, and it's not working. He finally has the Bramble Vest to minimize the healing if it hits, and most of the times I do not see the axe swing from the Darius hitting. That's going to be a flash in. Big ultimate catching. Shiza's going to make it out alive here. Wild Growth's going to keep him alive. That's a huge shockwave that will catch 3, and that's going to disengage the entire rest of the push that Lashback can do. They only get 1.
It was a really, really good, like, just instant engage. Almost killed Shizun right away. If they did, I think they would have been able to hold this, but now it's really, really hard.
Nope, this is the part where Trundle is so strong, he just walks forward, chomps on people, bonks them with the club, and calls it GG. They're going to take the 1 inhib, and then they're going to rotate up top side here. Baron in hand. Zimmy still inside.
The wrong side.
On the wrong side of it. Shield's going to buy him a lot. There's going to be a lot of CC. He's actually going to go down. I kind of wish they'd have gone in for that fight.
Yeah, them chasing Zimmy doesn't work. Zimmy walking back and forth between the turret is how they can finally kill him.
Yeah, he had to feed for them to get the kill. That's what... I'm a little upset that TRT didn't see that. I'd be like, actually, we're fighting. We're fighting. Zimmy, you're in trouble. You know what we're doing? We're fighting. Just do that. But instead, they just let him die. So, Baron looks like... Let me see there. Baron is up in 348. I cannot say that I'm seeing an active Baron timer right now. Are my eyes deceiving me?
No, that's what it's. Yeah, it's about 3:30, about the same time as the dragon right now.
Yeah. Okay. So that's next spawn for the Baron, and we're gonna get ourselves a little bit of a lull to catch out on Zimmy. This means that TRT need to reset and get themselves back across the map, get their lanes in order. Tony.
Oh no, Tony.
No, so you're going to be polymorphed and put down. Shy is in on a killing spree here. 6-1 and 6 on this Yunara. With the last little bit of this Baron buff, they're going to be able to get the push in here. Yeah, turret's going down. Inhib. No, they're taking everything right now. Great little bit of root, good bit of collection of healing and stacks there from Swain, but your turrets are getting attacked, and now Swain gonna go bird mode. He's gonna try to at least keep this going. A great magnet storm in, good bit of pop here. There's a lot of damage here being put onto TRT, but I don't think they can actually finish off their meal. No one on the side of TRT has died yet. Zimmy getting attacked by the turret once more, but there's no damage on this Swain. He's only got 2 items, and he will be finally taken down here. Data getting 1 kill back, takes out the Lulu, and enough time has passed. Tony's back up, and that's enough of a threat for TRT to back off. 2 inhibs down, Baron buff used very well. There's a dragon up in 2 minutes, time to reset, time to buy, and get this game locked away.
Good for Lash back, being able to defend their last 2 towers. These engages by Jaden are absolutely insane. He's consistently hitting 3-man, 4-man, 5-man ults. It's just the damage output from the rest of his team. They're not quite able to target those more squishier champions.
Yeah, and I'm even looking across. This is how actually far behind they are at this point. 14K is the number. Kaiser actually doing a bit of work here, but Riddick's is going to be able to bite him, take away that AD, and yep, there we go. Jungler is down for enough time that might actually secure the Mountain Drake for TRT. But yeah, what I was saying before Kaiser really interrupted me by dying in his own jungle there, is that there's no MR actually built on the side of TRT yet. So no Merc Treads, no real MR of any kind, and even still this LeBlanc and this Swain can't get anything done. They are so accelerated, they're just going to take the inhib turret at shockwave across. You're going to take out the top laner. Jaden goes down here. Tony within the death with him keeping company. The demon explosion will occur, but it's just not going to mean anything here. An absolute shellacking from TRT will put Lashback Foundation into their 2nd loss of the night, and we're going to need to see more. We're going to need to see a lot more here out of Lashback if there's going to be even a modicum of a series here.
Yeah, that was not what I expected, honestly. I did not expect them to get that far behind.
Yeah,
Tony,
when I looked up and saw 14K advantage on the set of Think Everything, I'm like, oh, we've been missing that big number for a minute, I bet.
Yeah, I really think, at the end of the day, it was mainly miscommunication. They were just not on the same page. Kaiser just kept dying. I think he went, 1 in 12, 1 in 13? I don't know what the final number was. But that should never be happening, especially since he is probably one of their main damage threats, or should have been one of their main damage threats.
Definitely should have been an early game threat, especially with the LeBlanc and the Darius being able to set up ganks in the early game, but it just didn't play out. That little bit of vertical jungling set things off in an awkward pace, and then the invades and the little fights and the bot lane activity, it just ended up just not playing out into Kaiser's favor. And Trundle kind of really loves that 1v1. One of those very not well-known elements of Trundle with his Q, the bite, is that it takes AD damage, it takes AD away from whoever he bites on, and he kind of steals that, and it empowers his auto attacks temporarily. And it's a great little auto attack reset. It procs for, a Sheen hit and everything, but it just kind of means that if he bites your AD carry, he bites the jungler that he's fighting with, it switches the dynamic far more than you would expect. And we got to see that every time that Kaiser and Riddy met, there was no chance for Kaiser.
I'm hoping that we will see Lashback Foundation. Well, they are different players, so maybe different players will be able to go in with a calmer mindset and not feed excited to see Dragon play. I haven't watched him play in a while.
Yeah, I hope he gets what he will. I hope he gets his champion. But I also would not be surprised if it was banned away. We're gonna get ourselves a quick break. We will see you back for Game 4 of Think Rev Think versus the Lashback Foundation. Alrighty, so we are, well, one. This is not the draft. We're gonna get ourselves a little bit of resetted here. Just want to clarify for everyone. Upchuck is Striker Jones, also known as Andy. They have changed their name for reasons that I do not know and do not understand, but do not agree with because it annoys and confuses me. And unfortunately, I'm very sad to point this out, Jules, but the Briar has been banned, so Jugon will not get their power pick in this game.
Unfortunate. They just have to be unfun, but you know, that's what you expect from Jackie.
Honestly,
They have the evil team.
They have the try-hard evil team, and I respect it, but I can also be disappointed about it at certain moments like this. But the rest of this looks like it's playing out pretty normally. We're gonna have Majnu still in the jungle. Lumera's actually rotated to the mid lane, and I believe Oing Shaden is still being substituted by Icebound.
And Frishy's JF Warriors.
And Frishy is in, which is actually JF Warriors. So yeah, so this time around, it looks like Data might actually have a little bit of parity in the mid lane and won't get themselves trounced as much as they did in the last game. Oh, look who's back. Look who's back, Jules.
The Smolder.
The baby dragon.
A loon with Smolder, very, very scary.
Very scary. Very scary. This is actually... Yeah, I'm not sure if this is actually going to work out as well as Think Rev Think want this to go here. We have switched sides here. Lashback Foundation are on blue side. They're going to get first pick. This might be the moment where they get to equalize the series. But Think Rev Think are going to counter carry, late game carry with late game carry. The Jinx locked in for Icebound.
Sounds kind of a warrior, so, you know, I don't think it's going to be too bad for him.
We're going to see the Ahri locked in again. Yep. Keeping the Fox Girl on the Rift. Always a viable pick.
With your lower tier in the mid lane, of course, you probably want to pick something that's more comfortable, a little more stable, so yeah. Can't say I did not expect something like an Ahri to get picked.
Yeah, and I imagine how this is going to play out is that Striker Jones Upchuck is going to get final pick just to be able to... Well, the joke is probably pick Garen. Garen, for some reason, has felt like the strongest, most powerful top laner champion in this league this year, which is insane to say the least, but it is... he can kill everything. That Demacian Justice is unmatched for execution ability and far more consistent than the Draven, the Darius execution was in the last game.
And we're gonna see that same matchup in the jungle as last game. We got the Xin on Lashback and the Trundle for Think Rev Think. Trying to do a little bit of a repeat of Game 3.
Yeah, actually, two of the same champions on Lashback this time. But Jagan, the one piloting the Xin Zhao this time. And then JF Warriors piloting the Swain. So, still haven't really gotten myself a strong opinion of either team right now, and the supports are going to start getting banned out from both sides, I imagine. The Tom Kench being taken away by Think Rev Think in their first pick, and then, oh, the Gwen being taken away from Andy. So trying to limit how Upchuck can actually really take over this game.
That is a good ban. Andy can kind of play anything, honestly, so you kind of want to limit whatever scary carries there are the top lane.
Yep, and then there's going to be the Senna ban. We did not get to see him in the last game. We did hear that Senna's been like a kind of a pick or ban, like a perma pick ban, but not really coming through. And can't say in some of the few games that I've seen the Senna played in this league this season, Senna has that infinite scaling sort of element like the Smolder, but just doesn't feel as oppressive, and you have to get to a very late part of the game with a lot of stacks to where that attack range will start getting to obscene ranges.
We're gonna see a Yone. I believe that's a Yone top.
Yone top might be a very powerful pick for Striker Jones, but this Seraphine, I think, sort of sets up Lashback Foundation to be a 5v5 ball comp monster combo.
Yeah, they do have very scary team fight potential, and I'm so glad to finally see an enchanter be picked by Lashback Foundation. Wait, they had Nami the first game.
They did
Never
have
mind.
Nami the first time around. Yes, when it was Conv and Jaden, I believe.
Jaden, yeah, Jaden he gets depressed after playing enchanters, so that's why he had to pick the Rel second game.
He needs a proactive, get in the fight kind of. He likes his engage. He likes to be in the fight. Just being enchanters just isn't satisfying for him. That's okay. That's okay. The Shyvana picked up by, I believe it's gonna be Zhogan in the jungle, taking the dragon.
Mid lane?
Wait.
They already have Xin.
They do. Is that mid
Which one is
lane
better?
Shyvana for Data? That's weird. This
Better
is very
mid.
strange. I was loving this comp, and then this happened. Why is there Shyvana on your team, Lashback? This is so strange. Best guesses right now is going to be Sion in the top lane. I guess the Xin Zhao is going in the mid lane. And if Xin Zhao is enabled, that might not be the worst idea I've ever heard. Alrighty, I have not much to say except for the engage in the team fight potential on the side of Lashback, especially if that Encore is allowed to move through the Shyvana, the Sion, the Xin Zhao, and just make everyone on the side of Think Rev Think dance. We might have a full 5v5 team fight environment here. We're going to see some action, I think.
For sure.
Yeah.
I do like the dragon synergy, on Lashback they do have 2 dragons, so
Maybe get the dragon skin on that Xin
Maybe
Zhao and get loaded in.
they'll help them.
Dragon powers combine. Let's get ourselves to at least one more map win tonight for Lashback Foundation. We are going to find out the rest of this, see if we're going to get ourselves into a 3-1 situation, if Think Everything can get themselves into a very strong position in this playoffs, or if Lashback are going to be able to recoup. We'll see you soon.
Okay, so basically, Xin Zhao, right?
Yeah.
It seems you guys are lacking critical information. Last patch, they made changes to Xin Zhao to where now there's a viable build for Xin Zhao that's just AP.
That explains
He does
that.
80.
Which is basically, it's like Dusk and Dawn, Riftmaker, the healing AP
Wow.
items.
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
right.
Dusk and Dawn's not a healing AP items, the on-hit and the healing ones. Because Xin Zhao's passive has on-hit healing that scales with AP.
That's
and
an old
he
school
also
thing, yeah.
he also has like abilities that do scale with AP, but still do 80 damage. So
Yeah,
AP Xin Zhao heals
sense.
1,000,000 and still does 80 damage.
No, there's an old...
So
Okay.
like when he was
Yeah.
building AP last game, he was still doing 80 damage.
Yeah, but they were talking about the Shiv. They were like, why
Yeah, the
did you build
Shiv
The
is
Shiv was
an
weird.
option for the build, but it's not great. Like
No.
it's because Shiv applies on hits to everything it chains to now, so you heal a lot every once in a while when it procs, but it's still not great.
Uh-huh.
I see.
Um,
But it's like a
But
3-item
usually
build,
the
though.
builds like I think usually the builds like Sundered Sky, Dusk and Dawn, Riftmaker. I think.
Yeah, because Sundered Sky, it's turning into a
You
drain.
just heal
it's-
so much.
Yeah, it's a drain tank sort of thing. Yeah, I get
You
that.
heal
That's fun.
Yeah, you heal so much.
That's
yeah.
fun.
So that's basically why that AP Xin Zhao's a thing now, and also
So,
it has a stupid win rate mid
It is
lane.
going mid?
I'm guessing mid. It has like a 50, Zinza has like a 53% win rate mid right now.
Okay, that's good context.
So
Now.
that's why I'm guessing it's mid.
See, yours bringing me back to there's a video out there where there's a Xin Zhao just face tanking turrets because he still every third hit just heals him for like 2,000 health,
Yeah.
so he just doesn't have to care about the turret and just
And Dusk and Dawn applies on hits an additional time, so the healing is extra.
right.
And it's like,
Was this an intended change there, Riot?
no idea.
Jesus.
But it's a thing now, and it's so broken.
Gotta love it.
I did see him like insanely broken. That's why I was a little confused
I
why
think
it was so bad last game.
In my opinion, there's like 2 pick ban champs in the game right now, and it's Smolder and Xin Zhao.
Mm-hmm.
I think like Seraphim's
Not my
up there
Smolder,
too.
I think I've lost every single game on Smolder lately.
But yeah, so basically it's pretty stupid. I figured I should give you guys that context because you seem to be lacking it.
Thank you.
We did. We definitely were. And I
haven't played in like weeks.
I was gonna give you it after last game, but I just completely forgot to.
It's okay. It's all good. No. And I don't know. I'm enjoying on-hit builds now after finally being able to understand like what they mean, because people would talk about on-hit builds for like Teemo and stuff way back in the day before it was like well defined in probably before there was even wikis. And I was like, what does that even mean, guys? And it's like, nah, it just, I was like, it's auto attack, crit, what does it mean? And then I go like on hit, like Kog'Maw, basically build with like, you know, Rage Blade and Bork, and what else did I have? Runon's Hurricane. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing 130,000 damage on Kog'Maw because I have a Tryndamere and a Scion try to kill me. It's like, you guys can't even touch me. Oh, I love it. That was a fun game the other day. The one game I played this week.
Timer is going to be roughly accurate. I think we might beat it a little bit. I think we'll beat it by a minute and a half.
That's all good.
I'm never going to complain about beating the timer. Oh, I can't wait to take a shower after this. I've been trying to find time all day, but haven't found time.
Did you not take a shower yesterday?
I did yesterday. But like I usually take morning showers.
Oh, yeah.
Because I woke up today.
I have to take a shower at night.
I woke up today. I worked on that overlay for like 5 hours. Then I had to do production for a Valorant tournament. Then I had a match that I was playing in, and then I had to come do production for this with like 10 minutes in between each thing, maybe.
Are you busier on the weekends than the weekdays?
It depends. I'm just busy in general.
Yeah, I know.
Today was a busier day though, for sure. But that's because I woke up and was like, I'm gonna make these overlays.
Yeah.
If I didn't do that, it would have been like, not as busy. But...
I was like, I'm gonna wake up early. I'm gonna go to the post office, and I woke up at 12.
Nice.
It was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's look at the other scores. Team Chaos Oasis still 1-1. I doubt that. They probably just didn't submit their Eastern one. Anyone can cook up 3-0. Teal Team Flip DDG. Not submitting scores. Time to go in their Discord and see if they posted match histories. Oh, Reborn just DM'd me.
Wait, Gassy Chuds are down 3-0?
Seal Team Flip is up 3-0, and Lester is saying DDG wants to FF Game 4.
Oh, what? That's lame.
Still haven't need to break out the Red Bull yet. That's good.
Hey, 10. I used to sleep at 10. Not anymore.
Right. DDG FF game 4, SDF just 4-0'd.
Oh my gosh.
Woof.
Wait, did SCF are they in the 2-0 bracket? So are they? Sorry,
Yeah,
they
so
only
they're
need 2
in.
wins.
They've made playoffs. Or they've made brackets.
DL team, rise up.
Dude, both of the upper bracket games might be 4-0s.
Dang.
Anyone can cook is up 3-0 right now. And they have Castle in a low point game playing right now. They've built their rosters to where it's Castle and low point games.
Yeah, because he could just carry.
Yeah. That's pretty smart. Actually, their game 3 and 4 rosters are actually identical in points. All right. It's going to be about 30 seconds.
Okay.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Minions have spawned.
All right, ready? Yep. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I thought I heard a chomp from the Trundle. Looks like Jagan is on the Shyvana in the jungle. We got ourselves a little bit of an education, Jules, while we were in the green room.
Yep, we learned about AP Zune and how it is broken, and Riot does not know how to balance their game. Well, I guess that's not new.
We knew that part. That last part is
Yeah.
actually not new news to us. But on hit Xin Zhao apparently follows a Dusk Till Dawn extra procs on the passive. The passive now actually will proc off of on hits, which explains why there was the static shiv in the earlier game. It's just that I have the distinct impression that probably it's going to take about 3 items total before the Xin Zhao is going to really come online. So I do like that it's in the mid lane. It's going to allow itself to get a lot of resources, but I think getting an early kill here, I don't know if Data like canceled several auto attacks there, should have had the kill. But Lunaire will be able to flash away and
the flash.
Yep, Icebound losing their flash early as well. A bit of an action past first 2 minutes here.
Yep. Bot lane is going to probably go the way of the Smolder and Seraphine just for a little bit, at least until the Jinx and Rel can get some levels, and then it'll probably be even unless there's some jungle pressure coming in.
Yeah, right now the Jinx is having to stay way out on their back foot now and farm minions with Zap to try to stay relevant because still only half health. A lot of damage going here on to JF Warriors.
Yeah, Yone definitely just gonna try to poke, damage, and be annoying. We see already in a 13 or 14 CS difference very early.
Yeah, that is super early. Icebound still not able to get a lot of done here. And now we're going to have a fight here. Oh, bottom of the river is about to get a big whole blow up here. Jinx chiming in here, but they're just running through and piling through. First blood picked up by the Trundle. Second blood as well. It is troll time. Majnu showing us
giving us another fantastic example of why Trundle should not be underestimated, especially in these little skirmishes. Oh, crash down into the stun, not really following up on it too much. Andy, how to finish off? Oh, he's going to be able to get the secured
Andy!
kill.
Oh,
Did he die at third shot? He did not.
that
Wow.
is so unlucky for JF Warriors.
He was under his turret. He was playing safe and everything, but no. He will be dove single-handedly by Andy, and he's going to get his. He's going to get his.
That is pretty tilting to deal with. Has to use his teleport there. Andy looks like he's a bit of a chicken. Brought exhaust.
Who is that for?
The cast was mute earlier. I think it's for. I mean, it's for lane. It also can just be for team fights. You go in, exhaust the smolder. Smolder becomes useless.
I guess that would actually be a pretty good later game spell to just really minimize what this smolder can do. We've had just
bot lane. Like I said, it's gonna be a little bit hard for them. They just do need to get a gank like we saw earlier. Need help from their jungle to be able to fight right now.
Yeah, well, they need help from their jungler to actually get prio, because right now, the Smolder and the Seraphine are just going to be able to auto-push this in. It's kind of the problem of having the melee support, is that you have to give a lot of ground to, because you can't just really poke and trade and as easily as the range support with an AD carry can. So, this bot lane on TRT is going to biding their time, waiting for level 6 or the like to be able to get some kills onto their enemies. But for now, this Seraphine is kind of a big problem for them.
What's a really big problem is this top lane difference too.
Yeah, well, Trundle has arrived here. He's going to be able to put the pillar down. The Smolder's going to try to fly over it, trying to get the counter kill. Barrier's going to come out, but that Autumn Leaf under the turret for way too long. I don't know why you were chasing the Seraphine that far.
The pillar.
The pillar popped him underneath. Oh my gosh, that's the worst.
Yes, yes. So the pillar actually worked both in their favor, but also against them.
Oh, almost gets the finishing blow. Wind becomes lightning. Will connect.
What?
Shut down. Gold max range data with the snipe.
That did not even look like a hit. Like the indicator did not look like that should have hit.
The indicator like disappeared in the tower or underground, but it, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, Flashback Foundation able to buy enough time for data to come down, and in the end, they get a 2-for-1.
So, gold.
That pillar was so unfortunate.
Yeah, absolute tragedy. Absolute tragedy. It's where if you're playing a champion like Trundle, like Anivia, and you can basically build structures that can affect what your team does, you must be very mindful of it. Very mindful. You don't know if you might be accidentally trapping your teammate in a pain cell with the enemy. Big stun combo here. Loon dodging everything. And Icebound and Shizen might
so
be Icebound and Audibly
coke.
are not looking good for how this has gone so far. Mom's gonna come through. Oh, and the comet!
Or comment, yes!
Oh my gosh, Griffin with the snipe from downtown, just peppering them endlessly with this Seraphine, and it finally pays off.
Alright, so, I mean, like, oh, there's some action.
Trying to get the point blank charm, but there's going to be a counter play here. Data actually going super low here. It's going to be able to allow for the reset. It's a 1-for-1. Jungler for mid lane. TRT is going to be pretty okay with that. It's going to give time for...
Rocket!
Nope. Rocket misses, gets nothing. Do the uprights.
I think she was trying to go for mid. Did not look like that was intended for top lane.
So late. Andy might be in a bit of trouble right now. A little bit of a slow here from the fire. He's going to be able to use his ultimate, but the Echo, the Encore, is going to make him dance to his death. Second kill confirmed for Joggin. And Alun, Jari tried to fly away. Getting pushed off his tower here now that Icebound and Autumn Leaf are left to their own devices. Icebound trying to get something here. They're trying to bait Loon to step too far, like one step too further. Hex Flash in. He's going to be able to get the stun here. Crash Down is going to be able to pull through. Does not get the kill back onto Autumn Leaf. The shield from the Crash Down saving their life.
Loon being a little overconfident, but
here.
actually might have just baited them.
Oh, gets the Crash Down with the shield.
The shield.
Trying to set this up. Charm's not going to land. Data's going to be able to get the kill and walk away.
This top lane is quite concerning, but as we saw earlier, Yone is not invincible, was able to get taken down. Just so hard to deal with here for that Scion.
Yeah.
We see a huge gold differential.
Yeah, and JF Warriors, their entire job, they are working it pretty well. Their entire job is to stay alive, use this shield to absorb as much as they can. And ideally, especially if Andy doesn't get through it too much, oh, that's a very creative choice of ultimate there, JF Warriors.
He started going in and realized, oh, I'm gonna die if I do this.
Yeah.
Let's back out.
Yeah, let's not do that. I think he was trying to actually nail the knock-up to sort of trap Andy underneath the tower and either pull off a really good trade or maybe get a kill on him.
Though the game is pretty even. I feel like it is in anyone's hand still.
Yeah, TRT got first Drake, but Lashback Foundation got 3 grubs. So the only real issue is how this... Yep, this Yone is actually in a bit of trouble here. Jagan, if you can get one more proc of his eat, nobody's going to go walk up and kill him. Jagan on a killing spree. What do you want to know now?
Yeah, he's playing very well, going for great plays all around the map. And that Shyvana can be quite scary as well.
Ooh, Automif has brought himself up here. Dave's going to be able to use the ultimate to actually push away with the charm. Will connect, but none of the damage is going to affect him. So, very good use of that ultimate there from Data to not allow for that game to really pull through.
This Xin Zhao pick has quite a bit of survivability, which is what makes it so good. We do see Data has quite a bit of a lead on the Ahri. That mid lane pressure is also kind of affecting the other lanes as well.
Yeah, if you get wave prio in mid lane, it's a classic reality that you then get first move to affect the side lanes. And that usually ends up being a major decider about what can and cannot happen on the map.
He walking quite far up, does not know that Joggin is there, but I don't know if they're gonna go for anything quite yet.
No, and
they want Data there as well.
They do, trying to slow him down here. Andy going to be forced to kind of dance around using Soul Unbound, but will get smashed down. JF Warriors picking up the kill. So that split push will be neutralized for the time being. But this is indexing so many of your resources there on the side lane will limit what your other options are. Encore is going to actually land here, and I think this Jinx is going to be dead here. Mom's going to come in here, but that's just going to take care of the barrier damage. Fantastic Magnetic Storm. Autumn Leaf really just kind of bullying Loon and saving their AD carry's life. So very good timing there. That was an incredibly close call.
That was very, very close, but Icebound able to walk out of that. And in the mid lane,
Pressing guard used again here. Dida trying to get themselves out of here, but they're going to be able to dash in and out. Lumera picks up their second kill and matches Data.
So far, game state is still quite even. I feel like Lashback might have a better team fighting comp though. It really depends on this Yone. The Yone is such a, like, almost like a wild card.
Yeah, can be absolutely
it
game
has
breaking
so
or can
much
absolutely
gold.
ruin your life if it's Uno. If you're the only one, it's probably going to ruin your life. So, the what I have learned, especially with how there's some very strong top laners in this league, that the rest of your team does need to be able to at least hold their part of the bargain to allow you to really contribute or even get to a place that you can leave with a great advantage and help with skirmishes, team fights, or otherwise.
Yeah.
This could be a 3v2 right here. A lot of posturing. They see him. They've seen Jagan, so Icebound and Autumnleaf just really kind of bluffing how much support they have and how comfortable they are with facing down a 3v2 situation. We're all getting ready for the dragon. Data, oh, you
Data
were caught
is
on.
caught out.
Yeah, this is the wrong side of the map here for you. This is not the
Ascon,
best
maybe?
thing, but the rest of his team has arrived. The Encore is only going to hit on to the jungler. Majnu will go down. This bot wave is getting cleared. So this is actually playing out pretty well so far. The Smolder is still alive, still putting out some damage. Griffin trying to stay connected, trying to get involved. Autumnleaf actually has gone a little bit too far here. We're about to have a fight on two fronts. He's going to be able to come on in, gets a good amount of healing, gets the kill onto the Jinx, is going to be able to escape right. Striker Jones hasn't even gotten that turret yet. But it feels
he
like...
is just trying to split push, do his job, split push, and I guess wait until... I don't know exactly what they can wait for.
Yeah.
The Smolder is just going to keep scaling.
Yeah, Smolder's going to keep scaling, and Striker Jones very easily is going to have the damage it takes to kill this Smolder, but it's going to be a question of access, and it's going to be a question of can you survive the amount of protection that this Smolder's going to have. He's going to have a giant Scion holding the front line with the Shyvana next to him. The Xin Zhao is going to be looking for either a side flank option or is going to be sitting just a bit ahead of you, so you have to go through three major frontliners, and then you have the Seraphine with the heals and the damage and the stun, and then the dancing ultimate. There's just a lot to get through to get to this Smolder. Unless they're out in the open here. Jinx going to use the barrier, but Jagan is doing fantastically well here on this Shyvana.
Yeah, I think they maybe their play is they just want to have the Yone top, continue to push, and maybe win through side lane, because the Scion obviously can't fully match him, but Sion's doing a pretty good job just at least slowing the Yone down. They might need to send someone to answer this, though. Oh, never mind. He's just gonna run away with the Herald.
Bash
That's
and
a play,
grab.
too.
Yeah, smash and grab is completed. Oh, and now Luna's actually gone a bit too far. He's going to get rooted up here. Plenty of damage now. 2 items completed on the side of this
Healing!
Jinx, but running away here. Autumnleaf trying to keep themselves alive, but Icebound just not having the kind of assertive, aggressive, bloodthirsty expectations that I would have, attitude. And that's a rush charm that doesn't connect from Lunera. So this entire mid play is falling apart.
The only person with the lead on the side of TRT and keeping this game even right now is Andy.
Yeah, he is the entire difference right
That-
now.
As we saw in that mid lane, even with everything thrown at the Smolder, it just wasn't enough. So they are depending on this Yone right now to keep them alive.
So we gotta actually see the Andy has been able to do some side lane. He's gonna get into the bot lane now to try to actually get one more turret. They'll put TRT at a 4 turret to the 1 of Lashback Foundation, who haven't even broken their mid-tier 1 yet. So you could say Andy is doing their job, but it's got to be able to translate to where the turret gold and other things are going into the pocket of his team, and then they're using that to get their items and then leverage into winning the fights and winning these all-important objectives.
Yeah, you can't just have one person with all of the gold and the rest of the team really behind.
Yeah, it's not
It's
a good.
not like a
Yeah, it's not a good
huge
team.
difference, I guess, but it's enough.
Well, and this is where actually, if you think about it, the advantage for Lash. Well, we're about to have a fight here. We get a bunch of flashing in, but they're just gonna get sat down here. Mom's gonna come through to put out a bunch. The charm misses. Lumera missing their key CC here to lock down the dragon, and now Andy's been able to get
Yone
themselves
is
all the way
here.
through. It's Thunder roll indeed outside here, really announcing that what's happening in this game is pretty much a massive situation. Going back on, and Smolder's going to be taken out. I thought this fight was going to be in the favor of Lashback Foundation, but the plays from Andy here and the rest of the coordination has come together, and TRT are going to win it. And I think they're going to
They
get
were
Baron.
not grouped up.
No, they were not. They were spread out and around. Jargon gets into the mills to really break it up. The missed charm, I think, throws this entire fight. And then Andy just gets himself all the way in, gets out before the Smolder can even get near him to put any more damage on. And then Data's here on the backside, gets caught out by the knock-up. And this is where it just falls apart.
It just arrives way too late. There's no focus. That Yone able to live for the entire thing and gets a quadra kill. That's exactly what the Lashback did not want to happen. The Yone is so scary now.
Yeah, he is 5-3-1. He has a 60 CS lead over his lane opponent, a 1-level lead. He is the highest leveled champion in the game right now. He has a 421 gold bounty on him, so he is public enemy number 1. He's gonna go out here and just gonna play. Oh, I think he could have 2-shot Griffin there. Griffin cut in half with just 1 Q and maybe an auto attack. But second Drake secured by TRT, but they want more. They're gonna get into the jungle here, and we're fighting. Dragon goes in here, going full
They
dragon
don't have
mode. The
Smolder.
exhaust is gonna go on to the Shyvana, but it's gonna go unstoppable here. Upchuck allowed to get his work in. The Scion and the Shyvana goes down. Double kill acquired. Yeah, you're right. Smolder is off here in the midwave clearing, and that's exactly probably what TRT won. This is what they need to index into, is the skirmish fights.
All of a sudden now, the Yone shows up. They're winning fights. And Lashback seem lost. They're just completely split up. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to play these fights all of a sudden.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's where the Smolder is kind of all too necessary for them to kind of win the fight. Jagan was super far ahead, but is actually kind of neutral, as equalized with Trundle. And yeah, the coordination you're
Sean?
talking about. Yeah. Autocast. There we go. It was voice activated, it looked like. You know, this is a skill issue there. I know you can CC him to death there, Autumn Leap, but you have no damage on that champion. I've tried to make her a powerful top laner. It just can't be done. Beta's actually going to find the Jinx, gets the flash for the knockup, but is unable to complete it. The pillar providing just the right amount of distance, but it only delays the inevitable shutdown. Gold acquired by Data. And that's a very fast Ahri, but I don't think there's anywhere for you to go.
It did end up picking up that one shutdown on Icebound. I didn't even realize that Icebound had a shutdown.
Oh, quick assassination.
And-
Holy.
Yeah.
That is a 3.5 item, Yon, and that is a dead Xin Zhao. And if I'm seeing the right things, if I'm seeing it correctly, the stacks have been acquired, and now they just push through. Now the Smolder has entered their nuclear phase. And TRT, they're gonna recognize this might be a very similar feeling because this looks very familiar to how it was 2 games ago. Griffin able to flash out, is not caught. It's going to be able to turn around. Alune is putting down the fire breath. Sion will finally go down. The damage from this Jinx and Yone are going to really put it. Icebound, you're getting themselves into the jungle. Andy going to try to catch it, but is not going to be able to get the knock up anything. This Smolder is untouched.
Suddenly, the game feels really even again, just from that fight. It definitely seemed to just completely turn to the in favor of TRT. But that fight, Lashback are holding their ground. They're making moves. They got a turret there, I think, right?
No, that mid tier
They finally
2
get
is
the
still
mid lane?
there, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the first one. Second one is still there. But you see, if Upchuck, if Andy can't actually connect any of his spells, all the gold advantage is on him. Everything else is actually kind of neutralized. There's kind of now a 1k gold advantage for Icebound. But they've got to be able to get access to this Smolder. And the layers of CC in the way and all the other diminishing, all the other like challenging factors is just preventing it. And now Data, no vision, sir, in this area. You shouldn't be here. Warning, warning, danger, danger. Mom is going to arrive here. Loon going to do his absolute best to try to get some counter kills. The burn is ticking. Majnu going to be able to actually get themselves healed up there with a smite or someone die. But Quadra kill picked up. Yone just going hog wild. They're going to collect him the penta, I bet. Everyone just sticking around long enough. Tanking turret shots. That will be a pentakill picked up. TRT, they are priming themselves to get their third win of the night.
Yep, that's game. We saw it at the beginning. The Yone just slowly building a huge lead over the Sion, and ultimately that is what will bring them to victory.
Wait to actually wrap this one up here. Next is going to go down here. Data's going to get on in with the OP Xin Zhao, but if you can't actually get him online, can he even do anything? Didn't even get us. Only got 2 items deep, but victory will go to Think Rev Think, and we might have ourselves I believe we might have one more game after this. I could be wrong. Need to.
No, it's only 4 games tonight.
Alrighty, so we actually get to call it Dunzo right now. And shout out to Jackie's team, Think Rev Think. And Striker Jones, Andy, pulling out of hard carry mode.
If you just look at those damage charts, it is literally all Andy.
He's done enough damage to equip damn near 3 of the enemy teammates. The Smolder doing his best work there. And some of those fights look like the Smolder's going to be able to get some work in, get some damage done. But Andy danced his way and danced with his team into victory.
All right. Well, tomorrow will be the determining factor for who will make it to the next out of Swiss stage. Lashback are very, very close, just 1 game from getting eliminated.
So, we will see you all tomorrow night for elimination matches. Enjoy your sleeps. I know I will. We'll catch you tomorrow night once again. 8 p.m. EST here at the Final Boss Draft League. Good night.
Bye-bye. Final boss.